Like,
Yeah, sorry, it's a recording button.
yes. I am from Colombia, but I live in Russia, in Nizhny Novgorod. I've been 2 years here. I'm a physicist, and I have also studies in finance, and I've been working in finance the last like 13 years. So I'm here to help you with your questions in finance, and I want to see how is the investment in Russia.
So Andreas is our international expert in investment. Yeah, we also have our Russian expert, but today he is not present. So only Andreas will help us with our investment knowledge. Okay, so Alona, now it's your turn. Please say anything that you want to share with us about you and maybe also about investment. Are you interested in this topic, and do you have any experience in that?
Okay, yeah, I can't say I got much experience in investment. I'm a teacher of English in Moscow in a state boarding school for gifted children. So like we're like at a Hogwarts of Moscow.
Wow.
And I've been working there for about 3 years. And before that, I used to be a private teacher of English, and I used to teach business English. And I got interested in the topic of investment, maybe pre-pandemic, like maybe 2 years ago, not very long ago. And I haven't read much. I have this broker account and I buy shares, but I do it like just off the cuff without any theoretical background. And I guess just I've been lucky so far, but I'd like to, to do it more rationally, because I realize that I won't be that lucky all the time, and it's just the beginning, but it got harder in the long term. So yeah, I'm generally interested in the topic and in the practice of English that is not related to the course books and students and syllabus and stuff like that. So like natural practice is of course always preferable.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really amazing. So you are very welcome to our weekly club, and I can see that Andreas is super happy and wanted to ask something. I guess
yes, I'm writing down the question because if I don't want to interrupt you, and if I don't write it down, I forget it.
Oh,
Leona, I want to ask you which or what was your broker in Russia?
the broker.
Yes.
Tinkoff in Russia, and then I started the interactive broker process, and then they got blacklisted by the Central Bank of Russia, and this is where I stopped because I got second thoughts, and so I'm like kind of halfway. I'm halfway with interactive brokers because I still need to supply some documents, and I haven't done it yet. But in Russia, yeah, it's Tinkoff.
Okay, the same people use.
Yeah, the most obvious, I guess, one.
Yeah, everybody here is using Tinkoff.
Oh, okay.
So that's nice. Okay, thank you, Alona. Alexei, so of course we know you a little bit because you presented on our previous meeting, but Alona does not. So please also say a few words about you.
Good evening. I'm ready to see you. I'm psychologist. I live in Moscow region. It's Palsky Posad. To be honest, I know nothing about investigation. Yes, investment. So it's interested for me to know more about this business. And my first task is learning English, especially to understand the English speech.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. And we are very happy that you joined us again. Because honestly speaking, I thought previous time that you are not so much into this topic of finance and investment, but I'm very, very happy that you joined us again.
I'm glad, me too.
Thank you. Katya, will you join us in this short introduction?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
As it's an introduction, I'm Kate. I live in St. Petersburg. Work as a financial consultant, financial accountant, development and financial accounting system for small business, and about investment. I have my private invest account in Tinkoff Broker as because a really comfortable interface and so and I very interested in investment because of my professional skills, and I really think that we need to save some money to improve the to increase the money by investing and so on. And I really like to read investment analyst articles and so on.
Okay, thank you, Kate. And so you are back from your holidays, right? You are at home again.
Yes, it's not absolutely holidays because, as I said, it's a changing of working place to work near the city.
Okay, that's nice.
And sometimes have some little trip, but I don't like only to lie on the beach because I prefer to work near the city.
Okay, cool. So we are happy that you are back. So guys, now everyone is here. I think we are not waiting for anyone else. I want to ask you first, did you read the articles recommended by Andres that he sent into our chat? So please raise your hand who did it. Beep, beep, beep. I knew it. So I will explain how do we normally proceed, but how do we want to proceed, let's say, because that's the idea, but we never managed to do it because nobody never, ever read any articles. So before Andres joined us, our Russian expert Alexei Rodin sent us different articles about investment, and then we discussed it during our meetings. Then Andreas joined us, and we've got much more articles about investment in English, very, very interesting articles. And the idea is to discuss them all the time. Like we have a new article about something because we spoke about something previous time. And so then you get some knowledge at home and we are able to discuss it in the evening. Last time we spoke about arbitrage, and so Andres gave us some information about it. So that's pretty hard to continue the discussion when people don't know the terms. Yeah, what is this? What is that? So for the next time, please find just at least, I don't know, 30 minutes or I don't know, 45 minutes to read, because it will be easier to understand if you are not a financial expert or something. Because Katya is a financial expert. I'm sure for her it's just, I don't know, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay, so Andres, what's your idea how we will proceed if guys did not read the articles?
Okay, I don't know because, okay, if you want, I could make a little, very little lecture because, okay, I haven't prepared anything, so just let the top of my mind.
Yeah, so maybe we
And
will...
then I could give you some homework because those topics are like the most interesting for trading, like you are doing, like just for fun or for looking for some revenue. So it would be very interesting to do a research on those topics.
Yeah, so maybe you will tell us just in a very simple way, I don't know, some summary of these articles that I've read personally about arbitrage and fundamental and technical analysis. So maybe just, I don't know, some basics like children can understand.
Okay, yeah. Mm, I got some questions. Yes, I want to ask you before start because this will clear myself how you work with those platforms. How much are your fees for transaction? Do you know it?
Alon, do you remember how much is the fee in the app?
For which transaction? From bank
For
account?
buying or selling? Is different for buying and selling?
No, the same. So maybe I will open the application now, and if I remember.
Yeah, I basically almost never sell because it's a long-term story, and that would depend on the shares. So every time they charge, like not per not per operation. I guess the fee would be different depending on what exactly you buy, and maybe, God, I'm not very good at it. Maybe it's better to buy more shares, like they charge you less for 100 of items than they charge you per item. Like if you want to buy one share of Mail.ru or Yandex. I don't remember.
No, I just opened the some
I
basic
guess
information.
it's some kind of percentage, yeah, like
Yeah,
from.
yeah. So I will read. So there are some different ways of payment. So I will tell you now. One option is trading for let's say for the volume of all the deals or amount of all the deals more than 116,000 rubles per month. The percentage will be 0.025%. And also there is some, let's say, service fee. So it's written up to 290 rubles per month. And you can buy and sell basic papers, something like this, basic shares. So I don't know, some basics. You can also have the option investor for the amount of deals less than 116,000 rubles per month. The commission will be 0.3%. There is no service fee and the same shares, just basic.
Sorry, Katia.
Yeah.
What percentage did you say? 0.3?
Investor, yes, 0.3%. And there is also some premium option for, let's say, really huge investment. So it is not written which exactly, some huge investment. So you can have some personal manager here, and the service fee is up to 3,000 rubles per month. And you can buy and sell all instruments on stock exchange. Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, yes, I needed this information because, okay, and I will, for a start, this is like a good point for a start because okay, do you know what is axiom?
Option, you mean, yeah?
Axiom, yeah, in mathematics, like an axioma.
Axioma,
Yeah,
something
axioma.
that we don't need to prove, something that is
Yeah,
taken for granted.
exactly. This is like the basic in order to construct something.
Okay.
Okay, and first axioma in finance is the market is efficient. It's supposed that the market is efficient. So it means when they say that it's efficient, it means that arbitrage is not possible.
Ah, okay.
But in real life, the market is not efficient. Clearly, is not efficient. And for that reason, those fees try to avoid arbitrage. So let me explain you what arbitrage is. For instance, I buy Gazprom at Moscow Stock Exchange right now and sell it 2 hours later at New York Stock Exchange. This is different place, different time schedule, but because of that, just because of that, I would earn money because of the difference of time schedule or whatever. So that is supposed is not possible.
Yeah, then I have a question. So maybe Katya will help us too because she knows all this financial stuff. So am I right that you mean that we can trade on different stock exchange in one application, or it must be different applications? Because
Application, what is it?
sorry,
Application, what is it?
приложение.
App, like in your phone.
Or it's impossible to do in one application, and we must have different accounts and different banks. I don't know.
No, Katya, I don't know, because I can see opportunities to use arbitrage in our in my investment account, because I have a little account. It's not professional, maybe this a reason. I know what arbitrage is, but I can't use it on my private account. Maybe I don't use some application, but with some really strict rules about currency regulation and so on. Maybe that's why.
It's supposed that every country regulation avoid that kind of things, but in real life that's not possible. You could, for instance, you could make easy arbitrage for people in Russia buying and selling between Hong Kong and New York, because they have completely different time work. So you could buy one side, wait until the next one open, sell in the other side, and that's Russian time.
But that's the point. So how can I, for example,
That's the problem. Yeah, that because Hong Kong Stock Exchange probably would be hard regulation, probably foreign people. That's where regulation works, because you have to see how it works. But for instance, at New York Stock Exchange, you could go to any bank United States and open an account, and you will have money for the broker easily. You don't have to do almost anything. Go to make a holiday at Florida, open an account, and that's all you have to do.
we can't make it. How can we have a holiday in Florida now? Only to open the investment account to go to USA.
You could have you have Sputnik, you could travel to Florida.
No, we need another idea. So if we must go to the US,
Anyway, there are some brokers at the United States. You could open the bank account online, but there are a few like Citibank, like Prudential. I think they have online account. Okay, I know some banks in Florida, they open also. You should look on internet. There is like online bank accounts on the United States. They maybe ask you for a copy of your passport, and that's all.
So I've got an idea. You will open your account in Florida and tell us later if it works.
I used to have it. I really don't know if I can open another one. So
Use your previous one.
that's the problem. That one was registered in Colombia, and you know, I couldn't use my bank account in Colombia now because I'm in Russia. It's like Russia for everyone is close or suspicious. That's pretty weird.
Okay, so I suggest not to touch the topic of arbitrage because it's really too much trouble to go and open an account in
No, but let me tell you, because okay, arbitrage, the concept is pretty easy, because the concept of arbitrage is using those inefficient of the market in order to make money. That's all. You all get the concept. So the axioma is the market is efficient, but in real life, market is not efficient because time schedule or whatever. There is many inefficiencies in the market. So arbitrage is taking advantage of that problems of the market in order to make money. So that's all. That's the resume. That's like the big concept. That was easy.
Did you do it? Did you do it when you worked in stock exchange?
I've done, but with the tools I will tell you later. But I wasn't allowed to do it because I was working for a company. I know was working for myself. Anyway, I do arbitrage trading with options, which are like some kind of derivatives. Yes, that could take me to jail because it was not my money. But yes, I've done arbitrage. So let me tell you now about the next concept I told you. So there are two big tools for you, and that's like the homework for all of you. There is two like main tools in order to make trading according to your risk profile. Those are fundamental analysis or technical analysis. Yes? Technical analysis is closer to high risky people. It's like people who want to risk a lot and make a lot of money. And fundamental analysis is the analysis for the one who want to make an investment for a long term and keep your money kind of safe. So the homework for all of you is read about those, because in technical analysis there are hundreds of tools about it. Let me just mention one I used to use: Japanese candlesticks. Those are like one of the most useful technical analysis and work pretty good in order to buy or sell faster. There is another one which I haven't used, but I have read all the how it works, and it's amazing. In is high frequency trading. That's like magic in order to make money.
I think I have never heard about high frequency trading. So of course I've read about the Japanese candles, but I think I have never heard about high frequency.
That's pretty new, Katia. High frequency trading has been used probably less than 10 years in the market, but regulation has been avoiding this because it was very easy for manipulating the market. So, for instance, at the New York Stock Exchange, they forbid the electronic trading with some time lapse in order to avoid high frequency trading.
Okay, we will read about it. Kate, have you ever heard about high frequency trading? Kate, where are you, darling? Kate. No, Kate. Okay, Alona, maybe you have heard about high frequency trading, or is it okay to read about the Japanese scandals, or maybe you have read about it?
Like right now, I'm Googling everything Andres mentions. And yeah, I see that there's a book on Japanese candlestick analysis. And looks like there's just one book and it's pretty popular and it's on Amazon and everywhere, but I've never heard about it because like my only experience with stock exchange was not just buying and selling, but mostly buying and keeping. And yeah, I read about high frequency trading that is just just now I'm reading, I mean, as we speak, that it's computer based. And it has a lot of operations in a very short period of time.
Yes.
But that's pretty much like all I've managed to read so far. I just have these tabs open so I can read them later. And I found out that maybe, like if I got it right, Andres, that most of us have done arbitrage if we do like stock trading anyways, because it could be like you buy shares on one market and you sell them on another one. Then it could be like when it's just not in space, but in time. So you buy shares and sell them later. That's also arbitrage.
Yes, look,
So
trading for
yeah, you've all done that. Like you bought Gazprom, it went up because of COVID or whatever, you sold them. That is arbitrage.
Yeah, trading in order to get some revenue is just arbitrage. But you could do arbitrage in a casino, like completely random, or you could do arbitrage with some knowledge, with fundamental analysis or with technical analysis in order to get the probability higher to your side. Because if you want to go 50-50, you could go a casino and probably will be the same.
Okay. And for the next time, you want us to read about fundamental analysis and technical
analysis. There are many tools for fundamental and technical analysis. Many. I just mentioned these two from the top of my mind, but there are some tendency lines like in technical analysis. There is like, I don't know, 10. I knew a lot of those tendency lines, from the most basic to some stochastic calculus. There is like, you could learn, doing that research, you could learn a lot. And you could see what do you like and what do you understand and what would you like to do for your trading.
Okay.
Okay, nice. I want to ask Alexei. Alexei, do you understand everything? How much do you understand? 80%, 90%?
Sometimes I understand what you say, but I don't understand some term from this business. And as I understand, for me, this business is very interesting, but I don't know how it works. And if I understand there is some application where we are, and we pay some money for this. Yes, and on this application we can buying or selling some paper. Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
okay, we can in one time something buy, and another time we can sell, and so from these actions we have some profit for himself, for my yes. So and why we have to go to arbitrage when during our business on this application?
So
It's, as I understand, arbitrage is judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you Google it, you will find out that there are different types of arbitrage. Like it's in court, like it's like from legal English, and then there's economical English. And in this English for economics, I just found out, like right now, that arbitrage is that it's a process when you make money with the financial papers. So it's not the same. It's not the arbitrage from legal English, it's arbitrage from economical English, and it's something completely different.
Okay, if I would like to take my money, I have to go to arbitrage. No?
No.
Um,
Because you are thinking about the court, like you said, the judge, yeah? So you are thinking about it. That's why you feel that you need to go somewhere, take your money.
it's a completely different arbitrage that the one we know.
It's the same like we have in Russia, I don't know, kasa, and kasa. Yeah, so it can be this kasa, and kasa in the river somewhere. Yeah, so we have two types of arbitrage: arbitrage in the court and arbitrage in investment.
In business.
Yeah.
It's different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you misunderstood it.
So I would like to know how it works. I mean arbitrage. And as I understand, we can't do this business without it, or no?
No, we can. It's just the option. So last time,
It's
last time when we were speaking in the end of the meeting, so you already left. Andres came up to this idea and thought that it must be the most profitable way of making money in stock exchange. That's why we consider this. You can read about it at home. We have the link from Andres from previous time, the article about arbitrage. So if you read in a peaceful atmosphere at home, maybe it will be better for understanding than.
I will. Yes, I will. And where can I take some knowledge about what paper is more profit for buying?
Look, Alexei, that depends on the time, because every day if you see, okay, let me maybe.
You want to say that as a paper can change?
Yes, every day, every hour, every second, the stock exchange is moving.
And
so,
how? How take my profit?
So it probably today could be good to buy Microsoft, but in 1 hour or tomorrow won't be a good business. That's the market. Well, I send you this page. This is like the pricing from Google. This is free, and you could see their prices. Those are, of course, not our line, because in order to get online prices, you have to pay. But there you could see finance.google.com. you could see prices from a stock exchange and also prices from some commodities, some derivatives, that's like currencies. There are a lot of information there. So you could check it out and you could see how it moved. For instance, Alphabet from Google. If you get to there, you could see today close price was, wow, 2,739 US dollar. That sounds like a good business. And today has grown 0.89%. And there, okay, Google do not have technical analysis. Bloomberg has technical analysis in the platform. Bloomberg platform is like Google Finance, where you get into any stock to see a price. It shows you like a graphic, time graphic with the price fluctuation on time. And there you could ask for Google candlestick, Google Japanese stick, or some kind of tendencies, or all the technical analysis. I'm asking you to do a research. You could do it in Bloomberg platform. That would be interesting to see if you find something at think of platform. Probably there will be something, some technical analysis or some fundamental analysis on their platform.
No, I think Tinkoff platform is not place for analysis. It's place for trading, but for analysis, you use invest.com or so on platform Yahoo.com, вроде, not mistake. In Tinkoff, I see a simple instrument like candle, like a little prediction, not more. But you can't use a normal line for technical analysis, like Fibonacci or so on, or middle line or average line. And if I want to use a really technical analysis, I use special platform. My husband playing in this game.
But if you use Tinkoff application in your laptop, if you open the full website, you can apply all this Fibonacci curves and blah blah blah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's possible. Yeah, I saw all this, like how it was in Andres' file, like simple moving areas, support and resistance.
A lot from web analysis.
All those tools are really good for trading on the risky mode in order to make money. So I think it would be good for you, because so you could see what tools do you have on that platform and read about it. Though that book that Aliona found in Amazon was written by a guy who made money only with candlesticks, because those technical analysis is very, very good in order to make money fast, like buying in the morning, selling in the afternoon. But you have to be like a master, read a lot about every technical analysis. You could be a master on only one tool and get money for yourself.
Yeah, I think there is some book about it also, like intraday trading or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, the name is like
those
that.
tools are for intraday trading. Those are not for middle or long time trading. For middle or long time investment, those are fundamental analysis needed. For that reason, I bring these two concepts, fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Technical analysis is useful for intraday trading or for short time trading. And fundamental analysis is pretty good for middle or long time trading.
Mhm.
And Andreas, one question. Sorry,
Okay, Kate.
interrupt. Do you use some stop losses for long trading or middle trading?
I didn't get it because the connection is not so good.
Sorry. Andreas, do you use some stop losses or like this instrument for middle term trading?
Did you
Is
hear
it
it, guys? Because I can't get it.
No. So Kate, maybe stop a little bit and just repeat it. Stop moving.
I try again. Could you use some stop losses and also an instrument for middle term trading?
Of course, stop loss and take revenues, take gains. Those are like your safety tools in order to keep your technical analysis working. If you don't put your stop loss or take or the opposite, you are in the exposed completely to the risk. I've done one, I left my own portfolio without stop loss. That night, I lost all my portfolio. For that reason, it's pretty important to define stop loss every time you make an investment. And the opposite also is very important.
Kate.
Andreas, I wanted to ask you, like, while Kate is taking her time to find the good connection, you can hear me okay, right?
Yes.
Right.
My question was, with that many instruments that we have now on the market, sometimes it looks like a bot would be the best trader. So in your experience, these trading bots, it's like this program that
Yes.
does everything for you. Is that a good idea? Can robots replace people in trading?
Yes, I think bots could do a very nice job, but that is not our work now, because, for instance, at the NICE, at the New York Stock Exchange, it's not possible to use bots now.
It's not allowed.
No, because they
Okay.
have established a regulation in order to forbid those bots. So the market, the trading platform detect when it's a bot and when it's a person. And when it's a bot, it vanishes. That's all.
Oh.
So you could see if think of platform you could hire a software developer, or if you can use Python and make a little program in order to make high frequency trading. And if it works in Tinkoff, please let me know, and I will find some investors and some engineers.
Okay. But I just thought that, like, I was wondering, what is the percentage of, like, human decision-making process? And when you make that trading decision, how much would be the knowledge of the instruments And how much would be, well, sometimes it's gambling, sometimes it's gut feeling, sometimes it's just your instinct. So like, what part is just the theoretical background, and what part is your human expertise and decision making?
About that, a lot has been written, and you could find on internet, because about the time.
For you personally,
a professional trader used to take from 5 to 10 seconds in order to take a decision. That's a lot of time. In the actual market exchange, 1 second is enough to lose all your portfolio. For that reason, bots are the best, because in a bot, you as a professional trader define all the boundaries for your portfolio.
they don't get scared, they don't panic.
Exactly. They
They
don't
don't get distracted by family members.
Yes, and they see all the prices all the time. A trader can do that. A professional trader is looking minimum 5 screens at the time, and that's a nightmare. You can't see 5 screens at a time. You only see what you are interested in. A bot can see all the prices at the time, and when feel something go wrong, take a decision immediately, less than 2 microseconds. That's like, no one can do that.
It's a perfect job for bots, not for people.
For that reason, that's high frequency trading, because high frequency trading is made by bots. But in order to avoid that, regulators don't allow trading order in less than 1 second, and that make bot doesn't work in the market. So you could see on the Russian market, because I don't know anything about this market. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, I never thought about it, because like, I've never been interested in short-term trading, and the sources I read in Russian about bots, they imply that humans are still better at it, but maybe it's true for long term, like when.
But look at the humans are better for long term, not because human is better than a bot. It's because human can play golf with a CEO of a company and get some information.
Insider information.
Yes, a bot can get ever. For that reason, a long-term investor is better human than bot case. But in daily intraday investor, the best probably will be a bot.
Okay.
What do you think, Alexei? A bot could replace a human on intraday trading?
What? Repeat, please.
Do you know what a bot is? It's like this program that talks to you on Telegram. A bot. It's like this. It's a robot, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you buy something, or when you go on a travel agency website and you want to have a tour, and then there's like website assistant that pops up on the screen and says, "Hi, can I help you with your holiday?" It's also, you're talking to a bot. You're not talking to a person. And
yeah, it was a question if you know it.
Do you know what a bot is? In Russian, it's also called bot.
Yes, I know what is it. It's bot. Yes.
Yeah. So it looks like, yeah, bots are better than people in trading. And that's really interesting. That's amazing. Because bots are also very, very good teachers. And I ask my students at school, like, can a teacher be replaced by a robot? And they say, no, like not in a million years, never. It's a very human profession. And in Japan, they have like robot teachers at university, lecturers, and they get very good feedback because like a robot gives you a lecture, then asks you for some questions, checks your answers, very politely corrects you. So a bot or a robot would never get tired or annoyed. And they say, just no, that is not correct. Please try again. Not correct. Please try again. And where a teacher would just go crazy, a bot would just remain, you know, polite and nice and neutral. So actually, like in learning now, bots are used a lot. But before that conversation, I had an idea that still like traders are, it's still you have this decision-making factor that only a human can do. But Andreas, I'll take your word for it that if bots are actually better, then so be it.
Talking with you, Aliona, we have to take in account something that we haven't when I was a trader, and is machine learning or artificial.
Yeah, machine learning, AI, yeah.
A bot, trading bot with machine learning is like no one can do better than it. Is like
it's like a superhuman.
Yes.
It's super anything.
You only have to have some good engineers in order to train your machine learning bot, and that's all.
Well, maybe it's not a bad thing. It's illegal. Maybe it's for a reason that they ban bots from trading.
Of course, because if they don't ban, the market will be more inefficient than it is now, and now the market has a lot of inefficient holes. For that reason, arbitrage is possible.
Okay, guys, so our hour is almost over. So today's discussion was really interesting, as for me. I hope for you too. So if anyone wants to give some feedback, especially Aliona, because you are the first time with us, I will be very happy to hear your feedback.
Oh, okay. It would help if you asked like some specific question.
Okay. So maybe the question will be like this. First of all, if you felt comfortable with us because you are for the first time in the meeting, and for me it's very important to know if all the participants are like in a very friendly atmosphere and you really feel like cozy and comfortable. And the second part of the question will be about the content. So is it too difficult for you to discuss what we discuss, or was it very comfortable and you want to continue in that way?
Yeah, it's very friendly. It's a very small group, so I feel very comfortable. I hope like I'm not dominating the conversation, not talking too much, asking too many questions. For now, I don't know where I would use that knowledge. But I'd like to continue. I'd like to join you guys again. But you know, every time I read a book on finance, I usually stop when I'm given a task. Like, let's calculate how much this person could save in a month, or let's decide if this company is a good investment. and they give you 5 criteria, and you need to count and decide if this company is worth buying. And this is where I just close the book and move on. And I hoped that this group would, like when we're working on some task together and we're helping each other with the kind of things that we will not do on our own because we are lazy or like not motivated enough or whatever. And my only, but like that was my expectations. It doesn't mean like it has to be this way. And I would ask for that reason. I would ask Andres for more like
Look, Aliona,
for a more detailed homework, for a very specific like baby steps homework. Because if I'm told like read about financial analysis, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, I know that I would not do that unless it's super concrete and step by step, and then I will do the homework. But if it's just read about something, I understand like it's
just
not very likely.
Let's focus the homework. Let's read wherever you want, or fundamental analysis or technical analysis, depending on your risk profile. If you want to be a long-term investor, read about fundamental analysis. And for the next meeting, bring a tool do you like to improve, to implement on your trading portfolio.
Okay, so just one, two.
Yeah, and and share with all the team. And we could see the advantage and disadvantage of every tool on all those 2 concepts. I'm pretty sure we could have like a couple of meetings like this because there is a lot of tools in those 2, in fundamental analysis and in technical analysis. And if you see your platform and think of, and they have like some stuff, you could bring it and we could check it. Fibonacci analysis was a very good, but was like a little advanced for trading, but that was good. I remember I saw a couple of times that will bring you to your school Fibonacci series. That's like very nice.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that was home task for everybody. Yes, not only for Alena, for Alexei, for Katya too, and for the other participants who were not present today. So we finish here. As usual, if Andres finds anything interesting, you can share it with us in our group. I am personally always very happy to read new articles about investment. So you are also guys very welcome to send any comments in our group chat. If you are lost in the world of investment or something, you can text all the time and we will reply.
Okay, where can I find this article?
In our group chat on Facebook, on Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find there are already maybe 10 links from Andres about how to assess your risk profile, about arbitrage and this analysis like fundamental and technical.
Differences.
In English?
It's in English, sure, yeah.
It's all in the Facebook Messenger. I see that.
But if those are too hard for you, Alexei, you could use Google Translator.
Yes.
Put only the link onto Google Translator.
About it now.
Give you in Russian.
Yes.
But you also, Alexei, you have already think of platform? Are you trading on that or you're not?
What? Excuse me.
Are you trading at think of platform?
No.
Okay.
I have no this platform. I would like to do it after our meeting.
Yes, I haven't done because okay, now I don't have time, but probably I also someday will do it.
During our meeting, I am thinking about how much money do you earn on this platform?
It depends. Depends on your level of proficiency. Are you a good trader or not?
But according to you, to the fee, would be better to trade higher than 160,000 rubles monthly in order to get the smallest fee for trading.
Okay.
But of course, if you want to start with some short amount, some small amount, it's also okay. You just need not to sell, let's say, less than the fee.
But that's where the arbitrage start to disappear, because probably your revenue will be smaller than the fee.
Okay, so that's all for today. See you next Monday. And of course, I remind you that on Tuesdays, we have our We Are the World meeting at 6 o'clock in the evening, Moscow time, where we speak about different countries with guests from these countries. And tomorrow we have our lovely guests from Armenia. So we will speak about Armenia in English, of course, with our guests from other countries too, the participants of the club from Brazil, from China, and some other countries. So you're also very welcome.
Where is information about this meeting?
Oh, sorry, we were speaking just all the time at once, everybody. So, Alexei, you asked about the information about the meeting.
About meeting in Tuesday, yes?
Yes, it's tomorrow, Tuesday.
I have no information about this meeting.
I'm giving it to you right now. So tomorrow we have a meeting at 6 o'clock Moscow time. I think maybe I will post a link on my Facebook page, or I can also add you to the group. I have a small group on Telegram. So if you want, I can add you too.
Because in the last Tuesday, I have no this information.
Because the last Tuesday we didn't have a meeting.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And Alon, you also wanted to say something.
Yeah, I said like it's really nice meeting you, and I hope I'll be able to join you tomorrow. Yeah, I would also like to get some a link to that.
Yeah, okay, so I will send a Telegram invitation to both of you, and I will post a link tomorrow there on Telegram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, was my pleasure.
Yeah.
Anytime you would like to talk with me, you could write me and we could speak. We можем говорить немножко по-русски.
Okay, goodbye. Good evening.
Bye.
Really, thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Andres.
Thank you, Santiago, Alon, Andres, Alexei.